Best advice I've received from a real estate millionaire. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from Ask Rinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So this is the best advice that I received from a young real estate millionaire a few years ago. So if you'd like to know what those two keys are, watch the video till the end and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So sometimes in your journey you can find yourself confused and not knowing what to do. And I found myself in this place a few years ago when I was debating whether or not to come back to the real estate industry. As some of you may know, I actually had a full-blown operation with real estate years ago, and I had 2 offices with multiple agents working for me here in Bergen County, New Jersey. I'm an 18-year businessman in real estate as an entrepreneur, investor, and also a realtor. And when the market downturn of 2007-2008 hit, I actually had to let my license go because my businesses were not sustainable. I actually closed my offices down and really had to restart. I had to go through a reset, which I've actually been sharing with you guys here on this channel. So I know what it's like to actually lose everything and necessarily go through a reset and then try to figure out the way forward, how to put the pieces of your life back together. So I find myself at a crossroads a few years ago where I was trying to make a decision on what to do with real estate. Would I actually pursue a real estate career as a real estate agent, or was I going to go full in as a real estate investor? I had actually had experience with both. So I met this young millionaire a few years ago through a mutual friend, and he invited me to his office to talk about where I was and really what I wanted to do. He wanted to help give me some guidance in what he thought and felt that he could lend to me to be able to help figure out what my way forward was. So I was really appreciative of that, and I actually took him up on that offer, and I went to go and see him. And this person is very popular. He's very, very well known on social media and all over the country. So, but for privacy's sake, I won't mention his name, but I will share with you that he's something that's very, very well known, and he's very wealthy. And basically what he said to me in that meeting was one thing. He said, you need to choose a path. And he said to me, look, there's a lot of ways that you can actually get to $1 million to be successful. He said, I'm a millionaire, I'm a multimillionaire. He said, but I also know realtors who are multimillionaires. I also know wholesalers who are multimillionaires. And so there are different ways that you can actually get to that goal, or get to success, or get to freedom, financial freedom, so to speak. You just really have to choose a path. So that meeting really cleared it up when he said it to me, because I was in a place where I was actually trying to weigh. I had already come from owning a brokerage, hiring 2 brokers working for me, having dozens of agents. I went through that, and I knew what that was like, carrying with the overhead and all of that. And I really didn't want to step to that. I really didn't want to do that. At the same time, I was actually trying to invest and start out by wholesaling. And, I was actually kind of in between because I wasn't sure how secure that was, because I knew that in the market that we were in is very cutthroat. And also at the same time, I was really trying to get surety that when I took these steps, I would be guaranteed that I'll be doing my deals. And so that meeting by him sharing that with me, kind of cleared me up and put me in a place where I realized that, what I need to do is, I'm versed in all these things, but I really need to choose one path to start with, and I need to focus on that one path. And that's really when I want to share that advice with you, and that is that you may have looked at all the shiny objects online, YouTube, on the forums, on the Facebook pages, and you're like, wow, this person is showing a check, and this person is doing this, and this person is doing that. And you really just need to do some soul searching and decide one path. Start with one path, because you will find that they're all like the wet with the water. They all intermingle. If you're an investor, you're going to need realtors at some point to be able to source deals or sell your deals. And if you are an agent, you really need investors because they can be a good lead source for you. If you're a wholesaler, vice versa, same thing. And so what I actually decided from that meeting was to become a real estate entrepreneur. And the entrepreneur basically covered everything. Me being a real estate entrepreneur gave me the ability to realize that as I went out there and I dealt with leads and I dealt with people, I would give them the best solutions. I would provide them with the best value. And so what I did was I chose to be able to get my license and ensure that I would actually have that piece in place while I actually worked everything else. And that's how I operate my business today as a real estate entrepreneur. I actually have all those components working in my business to be able to help me provide the best solutions for the people that I come across, the people that we're doing business with, the people that we're reaching out to all around the country. Now, the second piece of advice I received was from another mentor or someone who actually looked to for guidance with real estate, with guidance with business. But this person was not a millionaire. This person is actually a centimillionaire. This person is on his way to being a billionaire. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And what he really showed me was that you need to value credit, meaning that you need to handle credit in a way that you realize that credit is currency. Credit is what you want to make sure that you have in place, and you want to be able to not value just not your own credit, but value credit in the sense that credit is your key. Credit is your key to greatness. Credit is your key to wealth in real estate, because you never want to use your own money to grow in real estate. You want to use other people's money, and that's what he did. His biggest project, he actually partnered up, used other people's money, leveraged it, and then moved into it where he took over ownership of it. He bought them out. And that's how he's actually built his empire over the years. And I've learned the value of credit from him, to look at things differently. Not just look at it where I'm just dealing with my own personal credit, or let's say business credit, but you're looking at credit through the lens of you're looking and seeking out credit to do transactions. You're looking and seeking out credit to leverage yourself where you can get into a deal and use creative real estate financing and use creative real estate techniques to be able to not only acquire the deal, but profit off the deal or expand the deal and leverage and partner up and do all these other things that you can bring in to be able to make the most use and get the best profit margin out of every single transaction. And it was through him that I realized and understood the importance of profit margin. You know, a lot of people talk about the money that they're making and that they talk about all these numbers, but the main thing that matters is profit margin. So I learned very valuable lessons regarding credit from him, and I also learned the value of profit margin. And he's the same person who taught me about variances. He taught me about how to change your net worth drastically in real estate, because you can play on a certain level and keep doing flips, keep doing wholesale deals. But if you're going to play at a different level, you need to be able to learn higher real estate strategies, higher real estate techniques that would change the game. You can have the same deal, the same situation, but actually through the knowledge that you have of how to actually use creative real estate techniques to employ in that deal, you can make a completely different result financially on those deals. And these are the people who I actually glean from, because obviously, as you know, you have to actually go to people who are in a higher level than you if you're really trying to step up. So from both these mentors, I received invaluable key pieces of advice. Number one, choose a path. Number two, value credit. Number three, expand on profit margin. And number four, understand variances. So I hope this video helps someone. If you have any questions, you can actually leave a comment below. Also, let me know if you received any advice from millionaires or successful people in real estate that you would like to share with the community. We'll love to hear it. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.